Hello, my name is Kendrick Celestine. Today in my video, I'm going to talk about lookalike. You ever really find somebody who really looks just like you, who looks similar like you? Like for me, it's this. Like, have you seen a person that ever look like me before? Like, if you're going somewhere randomly, like if you're going shopping, or you go to when you go to school, work, or for instance, if you're going on somewhere like you're traveling on your vacation or something, and you just can't stop looking at this person who looks exactly identical like you. I mean, has the same exactly kind of features, only a little bit off about the individual as their appearance, their nose, their eyes, and their ears, and their mouth, and their talking points, and you just, hey, this person looks somewhat like in my family a little bit in a way, and I'm just can't help to stare to look at the person because, and I just noticed a lot of the individuals had the same similarities like me in a way, and I want to tell a good story about this because, long time ago, when I was at my job, I was working at this public store. I had to work at the public store. There was this customer individual who came up to me. She said she had a half brother sister. She said I look like him, and because she said because I have the mark similar like him because I have his height, his cheekbone structure features, and I have a little like similarity like his chin and stuff. But when I was like a couple of years ago when I worked, I didn't have a beard at the time, so I had those like little future chin and stuff and his cheekbones, and I have some people who do look kind of similar. And then there was another customer came to me and said, "Well, did you are you the son of such and such?" And I said, "No, I don't work at Costco. I work here." So I don't know because you remind me of someone I used to work with because you look just like him because I look like similar like because I have this some of my facial like future future like expressions like my futures and stuff and how the way my bone is like cheeked up. You know, you ever find people who look exactly like you? And it's like, dang, this person looks just someone like in my family. And you know, and I'm seeing a lot of those kind of like people in my family and the similarities in the ways. And I talk about this because and I wanted to make on a little reason because it's really got my attention because I find it to be really interesting and I find it to be really truly amazing. Like you know to see like a person who look exactly like you in a way, and also who really has the same outlook on your face and pretty who look similar like you, like for instance like me, like how the way I look and my form face and my structure look and how the way I behave and how I operate and pretty much my eyes and my nose, my mouth and my similarities who kind of similar like me in a way, and I just got like I really never found a person who look exactly like me. Like if I know who a person who really looks just like me, I'm gonna know this person looks just like me. I don't know if the person might have the behavior points like me, but that person who look exactly identical like you. Like you ever find someone who look exactly like you, and then you ever find it to be the scariest thing ever who like look alike. So and I wanted to talk about this, like, cause I see a lot every time I go out in the community. I find a lot of people who look like someone like some of my family members in my family who looks just someone like in my family. And I just be getting that scary like look like you ever sometimes get that like who really looks just like you, and I mean look like you. I mean this guy looked like my brother, this guy looked like my sister, I mean this person looked like my cousin. I couldn't stop to look at him, like it just looked just like the similarities, like I could be kin to those people and stuff, because some people who look like you ain't gonna be kin to you, but I be finding it scared sometimes, like, and I feel like I just find it interesting to talk about this topic because it just got my attention. And I remember growing up, I used to see, I remember there was a guy who looks just like my father. I mean, looked just like my dad when I was a kid. Only thing was difference between this guy who didn't look like my dad. Only his chin struggle was a little bit different from my dad's. And I had a person, I had a few people I used to work with who looked like my family members in similar ways. And I get that too sometimes. And a long time ago, I had this coworker who looked like one of my one of my family members, who looked exactly similar like her, and I mean, whoo, she looks just like one of my cousin relatives, and I used to work with. But anyway, but the reason I talk about this because you have people who look exactly like you, who identical, look like you in the future way, and like who is identical form, like cheekbones and the noses and the eyes, who are similar like you in a way to be just to look like you. And I wanted to put this out because it really just thought it was a good time I wanted to talk about this type of topic. If it just makes any type of sense, I wanted to speak on this because it was just on my mind. So anyway, I just want to talk about it. So this is the title of my video, look alike. Anyway, like, dislike, comment down below, see what you think. I will continue making more later on in the future. I hope you folks have a wonderful day, good afternoon, good evening. This is Kendrick Celestine, and I'm out.